One of the central ways to embed the Quran in the lives of your children is bedtime story time. Between the ages of 0 and 5, when you're putting your child to sleep, tell them a Quranic story. And to give you a demonstration, I'm going to convert one of the short surahs of the Quran into a story. Let me just pick a random surah. Surah Al-Fil. Okay? So let's imagine that you're a child and you're listening to the story, and I'm putting you to sleep and I'm going to tell you the story now. Do you know that in the world today, when you look around, there's so many difficult things that might be happening? So many times you think Muslims are being destroyed or oppressed or they're weak, and maybe you're wondering, why isn't Allah helping them? Well, today I have an amazing story for you. Allah says in this surah, أَلَمْ تَرَ كَيْفَ فَعَلَ رَبُّكَ بِأَصْحَابِ الْفِيلِ. One day, many hundreds of years ago in a distant land, there was a mighty and tyrannic king called Abraha. And he was jealous of the Kaaba that Ibrahim a.s. built in Mecca. And he wanted to march on this Kaaba with his big enemy, which had huge elephants, and he wanted to flatten it in one go. So he decided that he was going to try do this one day. But as he got near the Kaaba, and as he was about to attack it, suddenly, you got to give sound effects for the kids, right? Birds started flying in the sky and dropping stones. And these stones were actually, when they fell with the impact of meteor, like a meteor smashing into this army. And even though he was mighty and big and strong and had a huge number of hundreds of thousands of men, he could not touch the Kaaba. أَلَمْ يَجْعَلْ كَيْدَهُمْ فِي تَضْلِيلٍ. Allah says, don't you see how I foiled their plans and I broke their plot? وَأَرْسَلَ عَلَيْهِمْ طَيْرًا أَبَابِيلَ. I sent them ababil birds swooshing through the skies, secret soldiers from Allah. تَرْمِيهِمْ بِحِجَارَةٍ مِّن سِجِّيلٍ. They pelted on them stones of sijil. فَجَعَلَهُمْ كَعَصْفٍ مَأْكُولٍ. And on that day, this huge army from this huge civilization were destroyed. Good night, my son. Go to sleep. These are the bedtime stories that we need to tell our children. You know, people are going to tell you to tell them about Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall, and strange stories that are out there that you're convinced that to develop your child's literary abilities, you have to tell them these stories. No, thank you. We have the Quran. The greatest stories exist in the Quran, and they're all true, they're all facts.